Based on reports and analyses of Donald Trump's second term, observers, legal experts, and watchdog groups have identified several actions as authoritarian or designed to consolidate power, often characterized as an authoritarian playbook. CNN +2. Below is a list of actions described as authoritarian or abusive of power. 1. Weaponization of the justice system and retribution. Targeting opponents, the administration has used the Department of Justice to launch investigations against key figures involved in previous investigations of Trump, including the Russia probe, impeachments, and January 6 investigations. Retaliation against critics. Trump has initiated criminal and civil investigations against political enemies, including DOJ probes into former FBI Director James Comey and NY Attorney General Letitia James. Lawsuits against media. Trump sued the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times for defamation, the first time a sitting president has sued media organizations. Threats to law firms. The administration targeted law firms that challenged its policies, contributing to a reduction in legal challenges against the federal government. CNN +4. 2. Abuse of executive power and disregard for law. Ignoring judicial orders, the administration has faced findings of probable cause for criminal contempt of court after defying orders to stop deportations. Unconstitutional immigration actions, invoking the 1798 Alien Enemies Act to launch mass deportations without due process, including deporting U.S. citizens and unaccompanied children. Birthright citizenship attack, issuing a Day 1 executive order attempting to revoke citizenship for children born in the U.S. to undocumented parents, contradicting the 14th Amendment. Disregarding Congress on spending, the administration has withheld funds approved by Congress, a practice known as impoundment, to force policy changes on states, such as targeting sanctuary cities. National Immigration Law Center +5. 3. Militarization and suppression of dissent. Troops on U.S. soil, deploying the National Guard and military personnel to cities like Los Angeles and Washington, D.C., often over the objections of local Democratic leaders. Targeting protesters, using federal forces to suppress and arrest protesters, including in cases where they had not been charged with crimes. Criminalizing support for immigrants, initiating criminal charges against local elected officials who protected immigrant communities. CNN +4. 4. Consolidation of power and weakening democratic institutions, firing non-partisan officials, purging civil servants and inspectors general deemed disloyal, often replacing them with political loyalists, particularly within the DOJ and intelligence agencies. Subjugating independent agencies, moving to take control of independent functions, such as the Federal Reserve and the Bureau of Labor Statistics, to align them with the administration's political agenda. Using government agencies for propaganda, placing large posters of Trump's face on federal buildings, and using nonpartisan websites for political propaganda. Politicizing the military, firing key military leaders, including the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, in an effort to reduce legal constraints on presidential power. CNN +3. 5. Media and institutional coercion, silencing free speech, threatening universities with loss of funding if they do not follow administration guidelines on curriculum and activism. Intimidation of media, labeling news organizations enemies of the people, restricting access to the White House, and using FCC investigations to pressure networks. Amnesty International +3. These actions have been described by observers as an attempt to create an imperial presidency and cause significant democratic backsliding.